With the summer coming to an end, the best piece of advice I can give you as an investor? Invest in yourself. Perfect opportunity. A lot of our courses, actually most of them, 70% off on some of these selected courses. Now the offer does expire September 9th. If you want to check this out, just go to VectorVest.com/sale.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Afternoon Market Action. My name is Glenn.
My name is Ryan.
Man, Ryan's got a busy day today. Ryan did the Power Hour. He's doing AMA. He had a video to record for tonight. What else you got?
Daily Color Guard
Daily
Report.
Color Guard Report. Man, Ryan.
And then the Nvidia live stream with you.
Oh, Ryan put on his big boy pants today.
I'm glad I packed a lunch.
I'm so proud of you. If you can hear us loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation to let us know that we're coming across loud and clear. We got a lot, as you can see, there's a lot of activity going on our YouTube channel because everybody's waiting for Nvidia. Hi, John, by the way. Everybody's waiting for Nvidia. Ryan and I both did videos. Ryan did one last week in anticipation of Nvidia. I did one last night in anticipation of Nvidia. We're going to be doing the live call today after the market on Nvidia. It's all about Nvidia. Everything's all about Nvidia. I don't think
it doesn't look good so far. The market's down, Nvidia's down, SMCI down. We all saw that.
I think we should just talk about Nvidia for the whole hour. That's just Nvidia.
I'm sure a lot of people do not want to talk about SMCI today.
Well, it's one of my stories today, and why that's, I'm going to give some insights on that. All right.
Okay.
Marcus here. VV Brooklyn is in the house. Hooray!
Brooklyn?
Yep. What is it? Yay. I wonder if Zach is here today. Yay. Zach is from church. He watches every so often. All right. The alert looks like the alert probably hit. We got 130 people here, so we'll get hot and heavy into everything that's going on. Before we get started, Ryan, I think I want to put out there right now that I think you did a really good job on the Power Hour this afternoon, this morning, in looking at people's stocks and the flow and the whole 9 yard. I think you did an outstanding job. I need for everybody who watched it today, type 1 in the room. I think Ryan did an outstanding job on the Power Hour today. Markets are dropping, Ramor. And again, when I did the video last night, it looks like a lot of you watched the video last night. I did point out some red flags, things that were catching my attention. I am still bullish on Nvidia as a whole. I am still bullish on Nvidia as a whole. I think it's the hottest stock on the planet. One of 3 stocks that's got a $3 trillion market cap. It didn't get there by accident. All right, so I still think that it's a powerhouse, but you know something? I was watching the options. I'm watching some analysts out there. It's all going to be about the forward guidance. That's what it comes down to. I think hands down, and Ryan, you tell me if you agree or not, I think hands down they beat on earnings, and I think they beat on revenues. And I know there's a high bar set for them to beat on both, but I still think that they beat on both. It's going to be the guidance. Your take on that, Ryan?
I'm definitely in agreement with you. I think they beat on both. My big concern is, what if Nvidia misses its earnings?
Holy smokes!
I'm thinking it's a slim chance it'll happen, but don't ever say never, right, Glenn?
I agree with that. All right, Joey, put us into my main screen here, and I want to start off by looking at what's going on in the market. Here's today's candle. Big down day today, right at a level of support, sitting at about 68, 64. We're right there. We're right there at support. The 3 and the 8 are still in play, though, but the market's turning over from 2 days to 3-month high, all right? And now it's just, in that 3-month high, we broke through, this level of resistance, but quickly tested it and came back down. So if the market's got some downside, Nvidia misses, or the guidance is not good, I think that this is the catalyst for a nice big pullback in the market, even though the MTI never got to a level where the market was looking for a top. Glenn, about Blackwell delay, guidance about Blackwell delay, I think that that's going to be the big guidance. How is that going to affect them? That's from the chip side, the GPU side, part of that whole Blackwell thing. plays a big role in the amount of money they can make. So,
well, the video I did last week looks like the problem pretty temporary. They're expecting about 3 to 4 month delay. And what pretty much what I read from a couple different articles is that the demand on their Grace Hopper GPUs is really just picking up the slack. So as long as that delay is not, no longer than that 3 or 4 month period, I think we'll be good.
Someone put into the comments on the video last night that issue was fixed and said, did you miss that? I said, I didn't see anything about that issue being fixed. So maybe I did miss it, but I don't know for 100% for sure. All right. So a good look at what's going on in the market. Everything, again, is predicated around the earnings. We will be live today as well. Weren't they setting up Blackwell servers this past weekend? Says Jeremy. I don't want to say yay or nay because I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. All right. So with that being said, I want to get into the news that's moving the market. And I'm going to start off with right here. Most investors expect a soft landing, Citi says. I think personally that we are beyond a soft landing. Yeah, I think. Your thoughts?
I think it's still a possibility.
Okay. I think that we are beyond a soft landing. We will see. Why does Citi think this? Hold on, where is it? Citi surveys also highlighted investor expectations for the Federal Reserve's terminal rate. Significant 68% of respondents believe that the Fed funds rate will settle between 3 and 3.75, with around a 17% forecasting it will fall below 3. All right. So that was just a tidbit of information from the market standpoint, but that was, beyond that. Beyond soft landing means what? Recession must or soft landing is a done deal. Once he starts cutting, I think we get a recession 3 to 6 months after he starts cutting. That's what I think. I think we get a recession. All right. Next tidbit of story. Big story. Super microcomputer drops after new short reporting from Hindenburg. Now, I think that what Hindenburg does to the stocks that they go after, I think is kind of illegal because they already put their short positions in before they release the stories. Now, it's a different thing if you put the story out and then you pick up the short positions, but they pick it up first and then they go put the story out. Number one. Number two, if what they said is true, which I sort of kind of think that they do, that it is because they wouldn't have been able to put it out. If it wasn't true, it's accounting stuff that Super Micro's got to tend with. Now, it's interesting. Super Micro hasn't said anything. Where is it? There it is. Super Micro didn't immediately respond to the Seeking Alpha email request for comment. So they haven't commented. And then, next story, let me do a refresh. The next story is Super Micro stock plunges after company delays annual report following the short seller report.
Oh, wow.
That is big. So it goes to show that if there's some discrepancies in the accounting for the company and that Hindenburg was on point, accounting manipulation, sanctions evasion, undisclosed related party transactions. If this goes to show, holy smokes, they got some issues. How many of you saw this story? Type a 1 if you saw this story. Type a 2 if this is the first time you're hearing the story. Type a 1 if you saw this story. Type a 2 if this is something that's new to you. Because as soon as it came out, time did it come out? It came out at 9:52 this morning. All right, so it came out at 9:52 this morning. That's big. That's big. SMCI is unable to file its annual report within the prescribed time period without unreasonable effort or expense. So does that mean they got to redo it all over again to get it right? Right? The company said in the statement, additional time is needed for SMCI's management to complete its assessment of the design and operating effectiveness of its internal controls. Controls.
Nothing sounds good here.
Yes. That's not good. All right, so the story came out again. I don't like that Hindenburg does what it does, but evidently, if what they said is right, Supermicro could be in for some tough stuff. All right, so again, that was a big story.
Look at this.
What?
Glenn, well, Albert, in the comment section,
yeah.
SMCI got delisted from NASDAQ in 2018. Same reasons. Ooh. And didn't they just get added to like the S&P, or were going to get added?
I don't know. Interesting. I'm starting to put money into cash position. Nvidia dropping today. Even CEO. I saw that story too, San Fran. The CEO selling shares. The CEO sold some shares. So
a lot of shares.
Short sellers have a place in this market. I think they always have a place in in any market. All right. So the next one is Ryan's story. And Ryan, I'm going to tell everybody that I picked your stories for you today because Ryan's been a busy guy. So I actually picked his stories for him today. I tried to give him some insight so that he could look at the stories beforehand. But
Microsoft. Great story.
Okay.
We've all heard about their Copilot. Essentially, it's a generative AI software. You can, imagery, text, things like that. The big thing about AI, it's got to make money. And for it to make money, you got to put it in front of consumers. I talked about Google last week. The first AI update ever for the phones, the Pixel 9 as well came out. Microsoft, you've got to start making money from it. All these big tech companies put billions of dollars. And this right here, I see as a, essentially, a great way for them to really get their AI capabilities in front of consumers. I mean, it's just an AI-based Copilot software, pretty similar to, Chat GPT's OpenAI. Essentially, though, it's going to be more integrated into the, the Microsoft ecosystem on their, on personal PCs. But, with the market the way it is, with the Nvidia the way it is, again, wouldn't be, jumping into this position today. Let the dust settle, especially between Nvidia's earnings this afternoon. We got inflation data out Friday. Microsoft's not going anywhere. Opportunities, they're going to present themselves.
All right.
Let's go to the next one.
Isn't GDP coming out this week?
GDP, tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. Next story, Chewy. Another stock in my list. Chewy beat on earnings, and they beat they were in line with revenue. Our quarter two performance reflects another quarter of strong execution, delivering net sales at the high end of our guidance range. My wife uses Chewy for Mr. Miyagi. That's our Shih Tzu. That's his name. His name is Mr. Miyagi. He's spoiled. He gets everything from Chewy. Every time we get it, he gets another toy. I'm like, why does he get a toy? Because he needs another toy. No, he doesn't. He's got more toys than I got toys. He can't have toys. So he's not that good boy. He's not a good boy. He's not a good boy. All right. So I do have Chewy on my list. Here's another stock for Ryan, Wolfspeed.
Now, Wolfspeed I like.
Okay.
This is a good company here. I've done videos about this before, and the subject I'm talking about is IoT.
You like IoT. I think
correct.
IoT is not a good thing, but
IoT, essentially, it's making dumb things smart. Sorry, Glenn, no luck with you.
That's Joey.
But everything from microwaves, thermostats, they're all getting computer chips in it, connected to the Wi-Fi, become smart. And that's exactly what IoT is. That's the space. It's just making dumb things connected to the internet, make it smart, right? Well, this company is involved in that, EV, 5G, even computer chips. It does gallium nitride computer chips. I am familiar with it. Glenn gave me this stock. I am of the mindset this is a great company. But obviously, with the market the way it is right now, not the best time to be buying it, but definitely would put it on your radar. I mean, the stock's up 71% year to date, even with the most recent pullback. It's down 12% right now. So that's what I'm saying. This is a growth stock. So going into, Nvidia's earnings this evening and inflation Friday, I'd wait for the dust to settle on this one.
Walter says, guys, how much does a stock generally go up if it goes into the S&P like Palantir might be? I think the
no, there's like a general
the prestige. That's the word I'm looking for, of being in the S&P 500. I think if the stock is already going up, I think it gets a little bit more prestige that could push the stock price higher. I don't know how much more. I don't have a percentage or a price in regards to that. That's my take on that, Walter. I don't have a guideline in regards to that. But moving into the S&P 500 is a big thing. It's a big thing. Next story for me, I like DFEN, the defense play. Lockheed Martin wins $114 million naval contract for CWIP, which is Business and Rotary Mission Systems. Recently clinched a modification contract involving the Surface Electric Warfare Improvement Program. All right, so I like the defense space. With the exception of Boeing. Boeing is the only stock that I really, 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 really don't like. But Lockheed Martin, it seems like every other week gets another contract. So I like DFEN. That is a stock that I will be looking at today. 22% of semiconductor ETF, SMH, weights in Nvidia. It also makes up 7% of the S&P 500. Thank you for that, Dave. Mm-hmm. I think there are parameters that S&P look at similar to CI parameter. I don't know what they look at. They look at the stocks that are making money rather than the stocks that are losing money to replace. So that's what I think it comes down to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Another story for Ryan. NASDAQ seeks SEC light for Bitcoin index options. I figured he would like this story a lot.
Yeah, I do like it a lot. Obviously, Bitcoin took a little breather from all the ETF hype we saw earlier this year. But if you trade Bitcoin, especially BTC USD, that's the main index. Now they're trying to get options on it. So that way you can either, seek other ways for exposure of Bitcoin or just amplify your exposure to Bitcoin through these options. I believe it's only good for Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin is becoming more and more adopted into mainstream finances. So no surprise, I got Bitcoin on the list. I think, Glenn, would you give me IBIT?
Yeah.
IBIT? Okay. Yeah, I think IBIT's going to be a good one. Obviously, there's concerns about the dollar, geopolitical issues, a lot of reasons why Bitcoin can go higher, or it could just be one big Ponzi scheme and it crashes. Right, Glenn?
Yep, because Bitcoin is crap.
Either way, manage the trade.
Another story from Ryan. Buffett seldom sells winners. So what is the deal with Apple and Bank of America? Did you read the story?
I did actually read some of the story here. And I thought it was interesting because you don't really see Warren Buffett, trimming winners. But yeah, he trimmed in Apple and Bank of America. I saw Apple was a dip. Actually, I had a trade alert on it yesterday. It looks like it was breaking out to the upside.
How did that work out for you?
Huh?
How did that work out for you?
Oh, well, it's not working out today. That's for sure. Smart. But what I thought was interesting, from reading the article, the biggest thing here, the reason why he trimmed his positions, valuation concerns.
Okay.
Buffett said there's a whole lot of risk in the next few business quarters. And with Apple and Bank of America currently trading what they're at right now, he's pretty much this article saying that the risk is not worth the reward. And I feel him on that. I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to be happening over the next few months that have a huge impact, from an interest rates.
Right.
Obviously we got big earnings this week, political climate, all kinds of things. So trimming and, protecting profits, even from winners, never a bad idea. And this is the legend himself saying it, and I'm going to have to agree with him.
And guess what? The real Abhinav says he sold Apple after 800% profit. You can't go broke taking a profit.
Not 800% profit.
Even if you're Warren Buffett, you can't go broke taking a profit.
There is nothing worse than seeing a stock go up, 1 bag, 2 bag, 3 bags, and then you're still holding it, and all of a sudden you see those bags dwindle away.
Yeah, that's what Joey does all the time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's Joey.
Joey, you better smack him.
Joey's just sitting here. All right. I got another Warren Buffett story. So with the trimming of some stocks and taking profit, how about Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway joins the 1 trillion market cap club? Now, it's a little different in
and it's funny because we were talking about, remember a couple months ago we were talking about removing Tesla? And we felt that Broadcom would probably be the most appropriate.
Yeah, we did.
Berkshire Hathaway wouldn't be bad for the Magnificent Seven.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think it's the same caliber.
It's not. I mean, it's not tech. Broadcom would still be the most suitable to replace.
So this is how they got to the 1 trillion. The insurance-powered conglomerate has 1.3 million Class B shares, trading at $464 per share, and 553,000 Class A shares trading at $696,000 per share, bringing its total market cap to $1 trillion. Other companies that are in that space, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, those three are $3 trillion, but Google, Amazon, and Meta, this is big. This is kind of big. All right, when did he buy Apple? In 1945? John, Apple wasn't around in 1945.
I mean, even if he bought it in 2005, I'd imagine at least 800%.
Heck yeah. When did the first iPhone come out in 2007? That's when I became enamored with.
No.
It was 2000. Yes, it was. How you gonna tell me?
No, I said yeah because I had the first iPhone.
Talk about
Yeah, Glenn, way back in the day, I had an iPhone.
I don't know. And then you went to the dark side.
Well, Android makes better phones.
No, it doesn't. I will fight you over that. I will fight you over that. All right.
Hey, there's a reason why, he sold his Apple. It's because
he made 800%. He didn't make that on the dark side. That's
on Google? Pretty sure Google went up too.
Not as much as Apple. Look at that. Google is at 2.4 trillion. Well, how about joining the big boy club, Google, at $3 trillion?
Big boy.
Join the big boys, baby. All right. Until then, you keep your little baby mouth shut, Google, and you just sit there. All right. All you people on the dark side.
Hey, Carol's on the dark side. Thank you, Carol.
Carol, I don't know what happened, Carol.
Should we just go ahead, Joey? Should we just go ahead and put up the poll? And Google or Apple?
All right, Joey will put up a poll.
Android or iPhone?
Android or iPhone. I know Mimi is on the dark side too.
Hey, but you know who the real winner is?
Who?
ARM, because their chips are used in both phones.
All right, well then we ain't talking about ARM today. We ain't talking about. And for everybody who doesn't vote for Apple, you're on my poopy list. I'm just telling you, I'm not. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure. But if you don't vote for Apple, you're going to be on my poopy list. All right. So those are all of the stories. No, one interesting. I want
Team Android get in the polls.
Look at that. I know. So here we go. Here's another little story. It's not even a publicly traded stock. Cerebras launches inference, which runs 20 times faster than Nvidia GPUs. I wanted to just show you that, Ryan. I don't know anything.
Whoa!
Exactly. Yes. So Cerebras.
I'm gonna write that one down.
So
I don't know if you're watching this. I write that down
Would you stop talking and let me talk?
No, I won't.
Okay, probably not. So Cerebras is an artificial intelligence startup. Okay. Based in Sunnyvale, California, launched Cerebras Inference today. Today, that being, when was the story put out? August 27th. It was put out yesterday. Which it said is the fastest AI inference solution in the world. Now, we all know that Nvidia is the powerhouse, but this is interesting. Delivers 1,800 tokens per. I don't know what the flying flip that means.
Glenn, let me tell you.
Okay, talk to me.
So what that means is, you see that Llama 3?
Yeah.
Essentially, that's a blockchain, like crypto.
Okay.
So the 1800,
Yeah.
they're measuring the speed because in order to process crypto, transactions,
Right.
essentially the faster the chip, the more tokens you're going to get. And that's how they measured it.
So is this software or hardware? I think this is hardware, yes?
That would be hardware.
I think so. That was Ramore's question. So this is interesting. I wanted to put this. Joey invented the internet. Oh, yeah. Why did you pin that?
Well, Dave did.
No, Dave didn't pin it. You pinned it.
Oh, my fault.
Anyway, I brought this up as an interesting story, as a company to keep your eyes on. It is a startup. It's not publicly traded. I'm very interested. Write that down. Track that. Apple. Ooh, Apple beat them out. Woo! Way to go.
That's about as close as you're going. 51 to 49%. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to end the poll. Dagnammit, Joey.
Trying to end the poll.
The poll is ended.
We need more Android votes.
Nope, it's done. It's done. Poll's done. That's all I needed. Thank you.
Well, Glenn, I am surprised that Android was so close to.
It doesn't matter.
That's neck and neck.
They lost. That's all that matters. They lost. All right. Let's move on now. Let's move on to better things outside of, Apple beat Android. That's great. Oh, look at
John
that.
John says 44 votes and Glenn
rigged.
voted 43 times.
Oh, my God. U12 said the poll is rigged. Nope. Joey ran it. Jeff says anyone running an Apple chip knows the power of Apple. There you go. All right. Let's go look at the list that we got. I want to read. Nope. There's no recount. John, there's no recount. There's no recount. Apple won, and that's that. So let's look at the markets. The markets, look at that. Look at the VIX.
He moved on real quick, didn't he, guys?
I did. It doesn't take.
On that note,
it doesn't take time. I feel an insurrection coming.
Volatility up 13%.
Look at that. So we got fear coming into the end. I'm telling you, I'm nervous. As much as I'm bullish on Nvidia, I'm nervous that the guidance is going to disappoint. I really, really am.
And well, the VIX was giving us some warning last week. Do you remember on AMA last Wednesday?
Yeah, let's go.
Where the market was rising, but so was the VIX.
That's abnormal.
Yeah, and we said, keep that on your radar, kind of thing.
So here's the VIX over the last. Let's put it on the last 1 month. There was the pop here back.
It's creeping,
but now it's just. I just get nervous because people are getting fearful in the market. Glenn, you said Nvidia to 200. Yeah, I did. I did say it. I know. Everybody who saw the video, that's my prediction on Nvidia. Jeff was like, nah. Jeff, I saw his comment. Jeff says, Glenn, I agree with you. I like the target of 150. Scratch that 200. I think Nvidia's got the ability to go to 200. If everything comes up in line, everybody and their mama is going to want to get on top of Nvidia. All right. After it split, it put the stock into more people's hands. All right. And even after this split, the stock went up. It is a powerhouse stock. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a powerhouse stock. It is. So,
and they don't have much competition in their GPU server market.
At all.
AMD's got like a 5% share or 2% share of the market, and after that, that's it.
I'm gonna add one more thing.
And yeah, Jeff, we are live for Nvidia. It's gonna be a short live, maybe 30 minutes. We'll be on at 4:30? Did we say, Glenn?
About 4:30. Yep.
About 4:30.
The next thing I'm gonna add, and I want everybody to listen to this. If Nvidia misses, or either misses or guides lower, I think short term, the stock gets whacked. But I think it's going to be strictly short term.
I think the buyers are jumping in.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
I even say that in the video coming out tonight. I said, if Nvidia drops below our valuation, which is 112, I'm buying some shares.
And I think that Nvidia will be, if that happens, will be the buy of a freaking lifetime, because it's just that powerhouse of stock. All right. So I just put that out there. I'm still bullish on the stock. Somebody asked me that target of $200 up until when? Up until the next earnings. I think between now and the next earnings, it'll hit that target price of $200. All right. AMA big movers. Get some fish for you real quick. I didn't check the news on this. This stock came up last week. Anybody remember that this stock was a stock on my list, on one of my lists last week? Just type a 1 in the room. This stock was up big last week, big up again. All right, Glenn, 203 months. Akshaya, yeah, that's all of my predictions have been between whatever the earnings up into the next earnings. Yes. All right. So Neon was something that came up last week, up again. These are stocks that are moving up on big volume. Now, understand that a lot of these are trades because they're not fundamentally sound, but they're all in uptrends with the exception of Execure, up 33% today. Still in a downtrend, but all of the other stocks are in nice uptrends. I
will say, just looking at that list there, I like the top 3 just because they have a favorable CI.
Okay.
Especially PGHL, because if I am getting in, high flyers, fast, quick moving stocks, I at least want them to move up more than they move down.
I got you.
And that's what CI is going to tell me.
Well, that's what the big movers are doing. All right. SMCI rebounded after close to 395. Guess what? I shorted SMCI today. I made about 10%, and then I got out of it. The news was just too juicy for me to not short it.
Oh, speaking of SMCI, where's our boy Amir at? Where's our dude Amir?
I think
he wasn't at the analysis hour or power hour. People were asking about him. I made a comment. I imagine he's probably trying to fix his SMCI trade today.
He could be.
Hopefully he's not on vacation. Bad day to not be looking at your computer.
I like U12, Nvidia, $200 in 2024, $250 in 2025. I honestly think that that Nvidia is one of the hottest stocks on the planet, and it's a powerhouse stock. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go look at Contras on a day like today. Let's go see what's moving. I do believe Contras. Look at that. All the Contras I have in the list are moving. With SOX as the semis, the bearish on the semis making the biggest move. High beta, SQQQ. I did play SQQ today for a little day trade. I made about 3% and got out.
Okay.
But everything here that we've got on,
they're all positive.
Yeah, they're all making money.
I like that TSLS play right now with the volatility.
You said
up
this
3%. Yeah, the Tesla Bear.
Yeah.
3%. That's a good one.
Don't say
good picks today, Glenn. I like it.
Where is Kiwi Meow? Kiwi? I don't know. Kiwi somewhere, maybe. All right. Current hot industry. So I keep bringing these out to you on a weekly basis. I look at the top industries. I make sure that the industries are good. Then I cherry pick stocks from it. Why are you talking while I'm talking? People can hear you in the background eating Snickers.
I can hear him chewing on that Snickers from over here.
If Ryan can hear you, everybody can hear like that. That's what you sound like. I wanted to go back last week. This is good fish on top industries. All right. Let's go quick test these all real quick. Look at that, 4.75%. There's Neon, I told you. And it was in an industry pick last week. Neon, 35% in 1 week, but NISN down 22%. I like looking at these industry stocks for you. So for this week, I've got more. Let's go see if Neon's back up in there again. There's a process that I go through to find these stocks for you. But DR Horton, there's a insurance stock, RNR. All I want you to do is keep these stocks. These are fundamentally sound stocks. These are good stocks.
Insurance stocks are hot.
Yes, they are. My favorite one right now is Progressive PGR. But look at the all buy recommended, all double-digit earnings growth. These are fish that I'm giving for you. But they're looking at some of the top industries that are going on right now, and I'm cherry-picking some of the best stocks out of those. All right. Customer picks, Glenn's picks. Oh, let's go look at my picks from last week. Let's start off there. My picks from last week.
That'll show you some losses.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I ain't going to lie, probably, because look at that. I got Eli, look at that.
Oh,
Mags, Fubu because of the sports thingy, some INOD, Dave. So those were AI picks. Amir, where is he at? He retracted his message.
Amir's back. There we go.
Let's quick test these. What they look like. Oh my goodness! Ooh, why you make that face? They all lost money. Good, googly, muggly. This was not a good week for my picks.
No.
This was not a good week for my picks. So let's keep moving on. Let's go. Let's go to my picks for this week. Holy smokes, take them with a grain of salt. Here's my picks for this week. There's SMCI. I would be short on that. All right, I would be short on SMCI, but I like that Berkshire is now in the 1 trillion market cap. Defense, I'm big on defense. Chewy is a nice move. I think it's going to have, you know what? I'm going to look for a pullback on Chewy. They did beat on earnings and revenue, but I'm going to look at a pullback because this stock is way overvalued and not fundamentally sound. So I'm not going to take Chewy long. Today is a good day to be in Chewy, but going forward, I do like the earnings, double-digit earnings growth, but way over its value and no relative value, no relative safety. And look at the CI. I would be bearish on Chewy going into the week. All right, let's go look at Ryan's picks last week. Let's go see what he did.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think he's as bad as I am. Why are you making all this? What are you doing? All right, let's quick test these. He was down 4.76%. Not nearly as bad, but all of his stocks were down today. Was down over the last week as well. Wow, we suck as stock pickers.
I mean, semiconductor, tech in general, whacked.
I agree.
Whacked right upside the head.
You got 2 of them right there in the retail. We are live, show. So before you start talking, we are live. All right. So because Joey leaves the door open and people just come walking inside. Just no, leave it open because Joey wants it open. That's the problem. Nobody's doing stuff like that.
If your breath wasn't so hot, Joey could leave the door shut.
Let's go to Ryan's picks this week. I like the picks.
They're all down.
Yeah, I do like, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple. I bet a lot of tech picks again going into the week.
I will say the stocks here, great list of stocks, but with what the market's doing right now, don't pull the trigger. I can't advocate it.
I agree.
Can't advocate it. But good stocks. I mean, we got Nvidia, obviously, crowd favorite. Microsoft, another big AI play. Apple. So, I mean, I got almost half the Mag 7 here. Bank of America, I bet for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin down 5% today, right before Nvidia's earnings. If you ever noticed,
Bitcoin fell. It was getting close to 60K, and it fell back down. So I can see why iBit got hit.
Yeah, and I've said this before with you, Glenn, but for whatever reason, when semiconductors move up, most likely crypto's moving up.
You keep saying that.
Semiconductors move down, crypto. And when I say crypto, I mean the big players.
So I don't understand the correlation. Can you give me the correlation instead of just saying, well, what's the correlation?
I think it's just tech and market sentiment overall.
That's a silly statement. That doesn't have any real correlation. What's the correlation?
You know what?
I'm listening. What?
How about that? For a video next week, maybe I should do some more research and see.
Right,
but I'm just noticing, because I trade both, and typically, I'm not going to say the percentages are right, but when one is moving up, the other one is also typically
I want to know the correlation. If you
All
don't answer that in the video, don't do it. All right. All right. Let's go to our portfolios. Let's go see where we stand. The AI domino effect portfolio is getting killed. Holy smokes. These are all AI-related stocks all the way around. But NVIDIA is still the big mover in there overall. Let's go look at our portfolio. So my picks long from last week, I'm down 1.81%. I think I got out of a couple of stocks. My stops are trailing 7% stops. So I got out. I don't know if I'm going to load. If I do anything, I might hedge this portfolio with SQQQ. I think that might be the only thing I do. I like the stock still. I like the stocks. They're getting killed, but I might hedge with SQQQ. I'll make a decision on that in a few minutes. Ryan's picks long, down 1.3. He doesn't have nearly as much money invested as I do. He's only.
And do you remember why, Glenn?
No, why?
I said it's not the best time to just go all in the market last week.
I didn't listen to that, but I'm not.
This is why you tiptoe into the market.
I didn't. Who's freaking tiptoeing through the tulips? I'm not doing that. I'm not.
I know you're not a tiptoe. You're more like a bull in a china shop.
I am. I just knock over everything. All right, so both of our portfolios are down. Folks, we got to the end of the year to make this right. So are you going to do anything in your portfolio? You thinking about doing anything?
I think it's too late for a hedge. I'm just gonna leave it be and stick in mostly cash, and we'll figure it out next week.
Yeah, let me go back to my.
I think. Well, yeah, I'm 70% in cash. I'm good where I'm at. I got 3 good stocks. They'll be all right.
I'm with you. I'm gonna stick with my stocks, and you might be right. It might be too late for a hedge. I was thinking about it. I think I'm gonna stick with my stocks
because I know. As soon as we put the hedge on there, Nvidia beats, and then.
Yeah, exactly. Richard says,
honestly, in my real portfolio, I've got 2 contracts. I bought 2 calls on Taiwan Semiconductor just because the options were cheaper than Nvidia. I got till next Friday to be right. So yeah, I'm bullish in my real portfolio. So let's do it.
All right. Yes, Jeff, he's 70. These are $10,000 portfolios, so we're trying to look at $1,000 positions. He's only 30% in. I'm 40% in. Right.
Since we just started the portfolios last week, I just wanted to really show the appropriate way of tiptoeing into the market.
All right. And and we're different. I'm a little bit more. I'm a little bit more country. He's a little bit more rock and roll.
Glenn's just shooting from the hip, buying everything he can get his hands on.
Doggone right. Glenn, if Nvidia earnings are good, are you buying after hours? No, I never buy after hours or pre-market ever. No, I'm not doing that. I already own my NVDL and I'm holding them. I already own my NVDL and I'm holding them. All right, but I got stops in place. I do have stops in place.
Yeah, I need to put some. Well, I don't need stops on my options because I'll be here tomorrow.
No, I agree because you're maxed out at how much you're going to lose. All you're going to is your premium. So I hear you.
Yeah, I was the buyer. I didn't want to lose any more than what I put in, I got 2 contracts that cost me about $300.
Yeah,
so we'll see. How
that's all you can lose. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I can lose. $300. That's plenty enough to gamble with.
You know something? That's not a bad play, Akshaya. If you're going to buy into, anything prior to earnings, I'd say play the option trade of a straddle. But if you are bullish on a stock and you do buy calls, guess what? If it doesn't work out and the stock falls off the face of the planet,
you can only lose what you
can only lose the premium you put in. All right. So, but no, I never buy anything after hours. I never buy anything pre-market. All right.
Look at that. Believer 8 says he's buying the dip tomorrow. Strong words.
And that may not be, again, I think that if Nvidia gets smoked, it's going to present probably one of the best buying opportunities of a lifetime on a stock that is a blockbuster stock.
Well, Glenn, we got to get to their stocks, buddy.
No,
we got a tight schedule today. I know you'll just sit here and yap all day.
Wow. All right. Wow.
Yapper.
Wow.
Shut that trap.
Let's go to. I don't like either one of you right now. Let's go. Let's go to there. Let's go to there because he's right though. He's got a tight schedule. How many likes did we get, Joey? Never mind. Go back to sleep. We got 52 likes. I'll still get you.
Here, put in Nvidia.
All right.
Put in SMCI, and we'll give them 6 stocks since we got 52 likes. Is that fair?
SMCI, and you give me the 6 stocks.
6 stocks. We got Tyson Foods. First one.
I gotta find it. TSM. Okay, keep going.
FI.
FI. That's 2.
ALAR. ALAR.
That's 3.
S.
That's 4.
ARDT.
That's 5.
BGC.
That's 6. All right, there you go.
Boom.
Wait a minute, that's only 8 stocks. Give me 2 more. Give me 2 more.
Want 2 more?
Yeah, give me 2 more.
FTAI.
Okay, 1 more.
VIRC. And look, we got some unfamiliar names in here we don't normally talk about.
See, I like that. Did you take stocks from them? From the unfamiliar names?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you did that. Well,
he's always. We need to look at blood medicine or something.
We need to look at the people who are brand new to the room.
Glenn, you're looking a little rosy on the camera.
John is like 20 more stocks. No, we're not. All right.
20 more stocks.
Good. Look at these stocks. The majority of these
stocks.
John,
what does it matter? 20 more stocks. You only care about 1 today, anyways.
That's
Nvidia.
True. Only
or SMCI.
There's only 1 stock in here that's not double-digit earnings growth, and that's Tyson. Don't they got salmonella and something else right now? Something.
Well, they've had salmonella cases off and on for years with their chickens.
The 2 stocks that are sell recommendations are SMCI and Alarm. All right, so let's go look at the stocks the way Ryan looked at them today. All right.
Ooh, we're going VectorVest Simple?
Yeah, we're going to go VectorVest Simple.
I like it.
Let's go put it on a 1 year graph. Oof. Nvidia, bottom left, top right, descending channel, broke through the channel. Right now, prior to earnings, just sitting sideways. Still right a buy recommendation. Love the earnings. Love the earnings. I like the stock. I like the stock. I like the stock. It's going to be guidance, folks. It's going to be guidance. Look at this 1 year. The stock has been a buy or a hold, a couple of times a sell, but not for very long. It's a powerhouse.
That earnings per share just keeps rising.
Absolutely, because they're making money.
Yeah,
they're making
and the
money.
Value too. Look at the value, 112 now. If there's a gap down, I'm telling you, if it gets below 112, I'm buying a couple shares.
I don't disagree with you. I don't. And again, I think that if it does get hit adversely and get smoked, I think it's going to present a great buying opportunity. All right, next stock. Woo, gotta love that. And this is, folks, what you want to see. Bottom left, top right, 2 days off a brand new 1 year high. Look at the earnings per share. RT, for the majority, the stock has just been up and away in my beautiful,
and even though
my beautiful balloon. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt your singing.
There you go.
But even though the stock is overvalued, one thing I definitely like about it, look at value line chasing price action. It is on the rise. So if value is stagnant, I would definitely be concerned with that. But because it's rising, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I like it. Whoever gave us that one, that's a good one.
Oh, here's another
Even
one.
that's
F5.
pretty. Look at brand new high as of today.
And undervalued.
Under fire? What did you just say?
I don't know. I feel like I'm drinking. Wow, Jeff, thank you for the super chat. Type the ones in the room, please. Type the one. Oh, look at that. John said, Ryan, please don't interrupt Glenn singing. Don't interrupt Glenn singing. Good. A good way to say, John. All right, so thank you very much for the $4.99. Jeff, give me a stock. Give me a stock, Jeff. Give me a stock. But look at that.
Jeff says he's up 65% on FTAI and 40%
on FI. Goodness.
Thank you, VectorVest. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Easter Bunny. All right, let's go to the next one. VIRC, I like it. You already gave me too many winners. There you go, Jeff. I thank you. I like bottom left, top right. Look at, and Ryan talked about this in the Power Hour. RT is such a smart indicator. Notice that when the stock fell, look at when RT went below 1. Would that have been a good opportunity instead of riding all the way down? Boom, went back above 1. Look at the pullback here. Never quite went back below 1, new high.
I mean, this is a trader stock.
Absolutely.
And you can tell right here, RT, perfect indicator to use on this position. You know, my strategy would be anytime RT just crosses above 1, a fresh crossover, boom, I'm getting in bullish, put some kind of trailing stop, maybe some simple moving averages, easy money.
Oh, and my gosh. Go ahead. So, listen, Joey and I went to Chipotle. You know, it's funny.
Cava?
No, it's funny because when we went there, I said I stopped looking at Chipotle as Chipotle. I said, oh, let's go to CMG because that's the ticker symbol. Let's just go to CMG. And I had watermelon limeade. It was freaking awesome, and I couldn't stop drinking it.
You said a watermelon limeade?
It was amazing.
Not going to lie, that does sound pretty good, Glenn.
It was. They don't have that at Cava. They don't have it at Cava. All right. So watermelon limeade, that sounds like TikTok guy who calls himself, I'm not, I loved it. I need to go back there just to get it more. Do you have some right here? I don't, no, I threw it away. It's all gone. All right, let's go to the next one. Ooh.
Beautiful.
There's, and you know, and we tried to help Amir way back here. We tried, even before the Hindenburg report came out. How about right here when the stock became a sell? Was that enough? And look at from that point there.
RT below 1.
Look at the closing price was $7.17, and look at it now. It just, gosh, dang it. The software was ahead of the curve even before the Hindenburg report. So, but I love I like SMC. It's a fundamentally sound stock. You look at relative value, look at relative safety. It's a fundamentally sound stock. Rising earnings, the whole 9 yards. Some ain't right. And maybe
some ain't right.
No, it's not something's not right. You said it wrong. If you're in the South, you got to say, some ain't right. Just like that.
Some ain't right.
Some ain't right. Bubba, some ain't right. All right. So, no. Next one, BGC, bottom left, top right.
That.
I like that. And it's undervalued. Earnings took a dip. Earnings going back up. I'm with Ryan. I like the stock.
Strong buy rating. I mean, chart smooth. Very smooth. Chart undervalued. Yeah. Looks good there.
Trade with the chart, not with your heart. Ravi, Hindenburg put out a hit piece to short it, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
SMCI fundamentally sound until the account fraud hits, and fundamentally sound means jail time for people cooking the. Again, if all of this stuff is right that Hindenburg put out, some heads are going to have to roll in order for it to get past this.
And if these accusations are right, SMCI's troubles are far from over.
And look at that. Lee says SMCI fundamentally sound based on their reports. Ooh,
Enron.
I saw that too. Wow. I don't know. This could be a first big major company that does go down over this. Yes, you agree? Do you think this is bad enough to put them out of business, Ryan?
SMCI?
Yeah. I know I just put you on the spot. I don't know.
I will say this. I don't think we know enough to really give a good answer.
Okay. I'm with that. I'm with that.
But I will say, I mean, the stock went from $900 to $400. I mean, market cap slashed in half.
Yes,
recently.
sir.
And if this is true, that means they're probably about to get a whole lot of legal troubles coming their way.
And it could.
And that could cost a lot of money, especially with investors and, what other legal troubles they might have. But again, I got to know more details. Like I said, as far as SMCI, as of right now, definitely wouldn't buy it with this momentum to the downside. But if some of these issues are being over exaggerated by the Hindenburg report, SMCI might just be a great bottom fishing opportunity.
Could be.
But again,
not just yet.
Wait for the dust to settle.
Right.
Let the trade come to you.
All right. Next one, Tyson. Earnings starting to rise.
Brand new high.
Yeah.
Full bodied candlestick. No wick at the top.
Yeah.
Buy rating lasting a couple sessions. I like it. I like what I see here. Yeah. Not too shabby. Who put in Tyson?
Who knew? I like the move.
Who knew?
Who knew? All right. You said you never trusted SMCI. Believe it or ain't, my trust ain't worldly, so I don't trust no stock. That's all I got to say about that. Lee says lawsuits are already filed, I'm sure.
Oh, God, yeah. It's over.
Pilgrim's Pride is doing well, speaking of chicken stocks. I don't know. I like Purdue. All right, let's go. ARDT. We ain't got a lot of information on it. Right now, it looks okay.
In SMCI, AMD bought Z. What was that company they bought 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. It starts with a Z. Yeah.
Z, yeah. Essentially, that company does what SMCI does, from what I understand, for the most part. So I'm surprised that SMCI does this for Nvidia. So I don't know. This could cause problems for Nvidia. We'll see.
I don't have enough information on ARDT except for right now it's undervalued and it's moving up. Just a down day.
And it's moving up.
It's moving up.
I mean, it's got a clear trend line along the bottom of those candlesticks. I would just use that trend line as a good stop.
SentinelOne.
I'm not a fan.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah,
that would be the trend line. But as far as a long-term investment, it's very volatile. A lot of big dips in there.
It's a ZT Systems. There it is.
ZT. I knew it was Z something. Yeah,
it's not Z.
For some reason I had Z scalar in my head, but I knew that wasn't right. ZT Systems.
ZT Systems.
But yeah, ZT System. No, not Z scalar. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
SentinelOne. This is what I'm looking for. I got an ascending channel.
Yeah.
I need it to stay in the channel, keep moving up. If it breaks down below this, I'm not. If you're in it, that's my hard line in the sand right now. Is if it breaks outside of the channel. You agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right.
I agree with that.
No. As much as we love the alarm back
definitely
here.
Not.
Just not no. And earnings are starting to fall.
RT's down.
There was a time.
Down.
There was a time for alarm. It ain't now.
No.
There was a time for alarm, and a lot of you made some money back here when we first started talking about it. Just now is not the time.
So in this pattern that I've talked about before, see how the candlesticks is below our value line, but it's almost chasing value and they're both rising. That is the ideal situation you're looking for. But look at this. Now in the adverse effect, we got candlesticks dropping and the value is dropping. Yep. So the ideal situation for the bearish scenario. So no, I can't get bullish on it right now.
I can't either. All right, that's all the stocks. That's all the stocks we had today, Duda.
Look at that. Duda. This is the first time ever. We are done 4 minutes early.
Look at that. Well, we're not I got 5 minutes on my side. Ryan, were you looking at Nova? Look at the earnings per share.
Nova, look at the EPS line when you have a chance. I'm not sure what Nova is.
It's in the stars, Nova. It's like
it's in the stars. Does that mean we need to use the star search layout?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, we should use the star search layout on Nova. Let's go clean energy. Okay,
let's
interesting.
Go to a 1 year graph. No, look at the earnings. Ew.
No.
You know, the RT is there to start. I don't like. They're not making money, and they're losing more of it.
I would think this would be a trader stock, not an investment.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the long-term graph. I'd use 3-8, 2050, something like that.
Star search, Midas touch,
right?
Something on more of a technical or trader's aspect.
Fundamentally, not. No, Glenn, which space would you avoid right now? I told you, natural gas is what I said. G-Money. I'll do one last thing. All right. One last thing. I'm going to go to the industry viewer. That's a great question, G-Money. So you know what I would do? I'd look at the industry viewer, right? And I would sort it by RT. What's at the bottom? See
which one's the worst.
Let's go see where I would stay away from. Drugstores, software. These are the worst industries in the software.
Crypto
Look
stocks.
At that. Crypto, absolutely. This is why I don't buy crypto. That's just why. Look at that.
Hey, you got marijuana stocks, so a lot of clean energy. You see clean energy at the top.
Yeah, there it is. So these are
places. Look, there's your aerospace and defense.
No, that's not defend though.
I know.
Yeah, that's so G-Money, that's a great question. And this is the way I would find for the stuff to stay away from. But clean energy, crypto wins again. Nope. I don't know. As a trade, you want to go trade crypto, it gives you those opportunities, take it. But as far as industries, out of the top 222 industries, crypto is number 219. Clean energy is number 212. Uranium is 213. Auto truck, that's EVs.
I wonder if
211.
Bottom fishing uranium should be appropriate here soon. Let's take a look.
Let's go look
at the industry.
Let's look at the industry graph. Put this on a 3-month graph. No!
Nope. Not yet.
You know, I love that question of, hey, should we start by... Look at the industries.
Not right now, no.
Do you see how easily you can open up the VectorVest system and do this kind of analysis to answer your question? You know, and there may be a uranium stock that's moving up today. It's a trade. If I look at the industry, though, the industry is giving me... And remember, the picture is worth 1,000 words. The picture is the worst... The picture is worth 1,000 words. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And yeah, look at the industry. Look at the
Maybe
industry.
I need a picture.
G-Money, did that answer your question? G-Money, did that answer your question? All right, now you can put us on the end screen. Joey, I just woke Joey up. All right, I just woke. You awake now? No?
Oh,
all right.
Hey there, little feller.
We getting ready to go. Hey, that was fun today. We looked at a lot of your stocks. I like the idea of trying to find out what industries are working, which ones to stay away from. Good question, G-Money. Ryan still likes crypto, but that's on him.
Well, yeah, I can't be too mad because my Taiwan semiconductor trade earlier, I was getting nervous about, but it's rallying in the last since 2 o'clock, since we started this live stream. It is shooting up right now. Wow. So if you're holding semis, look at those into the close. I am doing the daily color guard report here in just a few. So if you do have access to the VectorVest 7 software, check it out. We're definitely going to be talking about some great things, some items that I'm seeing. I don't know if you saw the video, but there was a triple top of the VectorVest composite that I saw earlier this week. I pointed out. So definitely, join me there. And then Glenn, we're going to kick it off for the Nvidia live stream.
Is that the link for it? Joey just put the link in there for the Nvidia call. All right, cool. So click on that, save it for later. Click on that, save it for later. Ryan and I are going to be listening to the call. All right, Ryan, Joey, sign us off today. All right, if you don't sign us off, just shut it down. No, just shut it down. If he shuts it down because he didn't want
it ends abruptly, you know what happened.
Exactly. Joey, sign us off.